Devil's River is one of these places that's just truly magical. It's because you have this beautiful, clear, blue river literally coming out of the desert. This river is the lifeblood of all of that ecosystem.
Well, that's what it had a name. It's the Devil's River. And it's so rugged, so rough, so raw, so beautiful, so diverse.
The Devil's River remains the most pristine river in Texas. It hasn't been significantly impacted by either climate change or land use, which is groundwater extraction and pumping.
It's a critical area, again, where that early heritage and land protection has really served as a focal point for developing the science.
The source area for these springs extends farther than the preserves. So the Nature Conservancy has worked with their neighbors in order to try to develop conservation easements on these lands to prevent that pumping.
The thing that I find most inspiring, at Dolan Falls and all the way up the river, have been involved in protecting huge amounts of land through conservation easements so that it's the most protected river basin in the state.
Very early on, when we became active in protecting land in the Devil's River, it was very clear that we needed to understand the system better.
Let's go up and come down the side of this grass. One reason this place is so special is because there's a lot of unique species that occur here. So there are a lot of minnows that we don't find many other places in the U.S. This is the Devil's River minnow. Ready?
How do these fish, like the Devil's River minnow, which is a federally threatened species, where do they occur in the river? What kind of habitat do they need? How do they connect to the flow?
And so everything that you do out in these arid and semi-arid landscapes is interrelated. They're very fragile.
I remember the first time I saw an absolutely dark night. The Milky Way was laid out in a way I had never seen. Another neat thing is I've watched all of my kids have that experience at that same place and just have that exact reaction, like, whoa. What is that? That's the Milky Way, those are stars. I think it's impossible to stand at a place like the Devil's and not have a spiritual experience.
It's humbling. The geological history involved in the creation of that area has happened over eons. And then you're there but for a brief moment. So the thing I always say is don't screw it up.
I think we've got some incredible challenges, and many of those challenges are only going to get worse. But I do still firmly believe that there are places we can get it right. The state of the science, the state of understanding of best practices for managing watersheds has advanced incredibly. We do know how to do it. There are absolutely places that we can still get it right.